Are you a victim of stalking? What I'm about to tell you may be what you really need to hear. Have you been looking for people who are also being stalked? Hello, hi, I'm here to help other people in a similar situation. What I have discovered about the stalkers, if you do have them in your lives, is that apparently there seem to be people who can have different jobs in different areas. They could be authority people, where they could be in social services, they can be in the chemists, like all the pharmacists, whatever you'd like to call them. They appear to be in a lot of the social services, and the main aim is to make you crazy. There's a lot of money in making people crazy now. A lot of medication that they can give you, a lot of services they can offer you, and from a point of view of being a person who's working in the services and seeing this, my advice to you is don't think you're crazy. Wait and see what happens. Don't rush into going to getting medical support and things like that until you really, really know for sure that you have a mental problem, because you probably don't. They have like this, these people appear to try and pretend that they're working for the government and they're out to get you. They will do things that you've never seen in your life. For example, they will do things like they will have stalking packs after you. They seem to know everywhere you go, and with technology now they can do that quite easily. They have a program that they can send out to any mobile phone that can track anyone, so there's nothing crazy about that. That's actually real. And the law enforcements are doing that now to track people and things like that, so they can find out, like recently, they've had cases where an old lady's bag's been snatched and they've been able to get the bag back just by finding out where the mobile phone is, by tracking it. So, and this is a very brave thing to do, I suppose. Not probably a sensible thing, but I'm here to help other people who might be in the same situation. My situation started about maybe 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. I was living in a different city. The types of stalking that I've seen in my life recently has been community stalking and technological stalking. Things that I've learned about the stalkers are that they are a large group of people. They travel around different parts of the country. They can travel to other countries as well. They are paid by a large organisation or a company of some sort, and they have a criminal base. Basically, they've gone into many of the services and in our communities. How do you know that you're a victim of stalking and that you're not some nutcase? Well, number one, the first thing you need to do is carry a video camera with you. The other things you need to do are not react to any of their comments, walk away and ignore anything that's said to you, because any of your reactions will be used as evidence against you. The types of stalking that they will do will be in the community. It will be perhaps inside your home. Sometimes you might come home and find your doors are open in your home, and then suddenly you might hear some strange sounds in your home or voices. But this is after the event of the doors being wide open from your home. You'll hear strange noises in the streets. Often people with you won't see things because they won't do it in front of them, generally. But if they do see things, then it's good for you to ask. If you're a victim of stalking, there's a lot of us out there, and these are some of the things I found out about the stalkers. They're organised, packed, they have a lot of money behind them, seem to be criminals paid by large corporations perhaps, or some sort of large company who has a lot of money anyway. They use media devices and technological devices to get their prey. The idea is to make you as mad as a hatter. The best idea is not to be mad, to see what's going on around you and find some peace and solitude somewhere. You will find that they possibly will get into your home and they will put some devices in your home. You'll find suddenly things that you say in your home that'll be said out in the community. And that's to make you feel like you're being paranoid, but there are little things that perhaps maybe the public won't notice, like they might walk past you that morning, or for 4 mornings in a row you might say something like, I need to buy rubbish sacks, and then suddenly you go to a supermarket and have all these men following you, telling you that, oh, have you forgotten your rubbish sacks? You've been very worried about your rubbish sacks as they walk past. They'll do this to make you feel crazy. They'll do this to make you feel lower your self-esteem, because the main aim is they are criminals and they are paid very, very well, and the main aim for them is to destroy you, whether that be so they can use you for drugs or prostitution or whatever. They will. So try not to get sucked into it, try to keep strong, and eventually their links will get weaker and weaker as years go on. It may take many years to get rid of them, but you will. No one will probably believe you unless they're with you. I think you're some mad woman. All you can do is keep strong and hope that, they will try to get to your workplaces, and often they will succeed. They'll convince the boss that you've stolen something. They'll convince the boss that you're abusing clients. They'll convince the boss that anything they can find. But eventually you'll get good bosses that will understand or whatever, and you might be lucky to get through, because that was the main aim, is to make you as poor as possible. So where they're trying to psych you, they're also trying to make you as poor as possible, so that you can't succeed in your life, you can't go forward. So basically, so they can use you. Types of technological devices that they'll use scanners and blockers, which they used in the Second World War. So your television might be acting quite strange for a while. Just put a DVD on. You'll find DVDs are pretty good. Your radio might start playing up. You might need to start putting CDs on constantly. And that it might take many years, as I said, but it might take only a few months and then it'll pass. They feel that they realise that they can't use you, then they will move on to someone else. What else will they do? It's going to be quite maddening if you go through that. Like, they'll go through the supermarket, they'll go everywhere you go. As I said, the mobile phone will probably ring, and then they've got programs now. We can track people just on mobile phones. The law enforcement are using them all the time. Other people talk about some sort of technological other things, but the only ones I can come up with are those ones, and maybe noise. They might play horrible sounds outside, or the whole street will get involved. They'll convince the whole street you're a prostitute, you're a drug dealer, you're a paedophile. That's a big one. Just basically, they'll go up and down the street. You'll see people in little groups talking to your neighbours and things like that. You might be lucky that your neighbours don't go along with it. Some of them will move out, and then these people will move in. When they really go you, they really go you. And and what they do is they also play like lots of tapes or some sort of sound. Somehow they're able to generate some kind of sound from the street, or if they can get into the house, as I said, they'll have they might try and put something so they can echo voices or something. I don't know how they do it, but they do it. But it does take them a few months. Every time you move, it takes a few months for them or a month or so for them to get in the house again. But it's not constant, so they don't do it all the time. I just always videotape it and tell them I'm videotaping, and they stop. They don't seem to do it when they know that they're under surveillance. Whenever they're under surveillance, they don't seem to know what to do. They don't like to be caught. So obviously, I don't really think it's the government, because I really think they're trying to hide what they're doing. So it's definitely drug dealers or people who have got some reason to hide something, because if they feel that their evidence is going to be used against them, then they obviously have to hide it. But if the evidence wasn't so crucial, then they wouldn't care if you had a camera. But they're obviously scared of cameras, so keep your cameras up and keep recording things, and it's the best I can advise you. And don't get sucked into medications, and try and see how it goes first of all. See if And suddenly you also might find that there's all these new friends and things like that they're like negative friends, and that's them too. They paint them to be your friends. So just be really careful. Be really, really careful. Anyway, move forward, and best of luck. You will get through it, and there's lots of lovely things you can do in life. You don't have to dwell on it, although you will, and it's probably normal. Don't feel it's abnormal, because it's a pretty big thing to have to deal with every day. And enjoy your life. Go and do some nice things, watch lots of CDs and DVDs and CDs, and just do what you can to make life really, really fun and enjoyable for yourself, and hopefully healthy too. Healthy and everything. Okay. Bye. I'll put it on your video. Ready?